it is. There it is. Boo. Boo. We got Sunday Strum, dudes. Sunday Strum. So I got a bone to pick. I got a bone to pick with Wans Coos. Okay, so
Can you shut the
on
fuck
the
up?
offline chat, this motherfucker links this video. This motherfucker links me this video, bro. Okay? This is the video that he links me. Because he linked that because I said that I went to go take a shower. So I think this might be a redeem. I finished Claire Obscure Expedition 33, 40 hours, no side stuff. I feel empty and my heart is broken. 12 out of 10 game. Blue, you're never empty, brother. Okay? You have us. You have us. You can cry. You got tons of shoulders to cry on, brother. You're here for us and we're here for you. But no spoilers. Wait, what do you mean? What do I mean? Wait, what am I playing it? I do want to play it. I do. Oh, what is this? Downpour in the city? Oh my god. Okay. Holy shit, that wasn't as relaxing as I thought it was going to be. Crazy old castle room. Now this is what I'm talking about. Holy fucking shit. Do you guys ever like turn this shit on, man, and like fall asleep to this? This is like incredible right here. A crackling fire with rain. Good God. Man, I'm about to fall asleep right now. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Use stuff like this for RP? Yeah. Oh, so I've been working on my Dreadnought, or my Hellbrute. What do you guys think of this, man? What do you guys think of this, dude? What do you guys think of that? I think it's turning out pretty good. I only did the top half, obviously. Oh, there's the plasma. I'm going to add a little bit more yellow right here to make it more bright. And I got to clean this area up right here, but yeah, I think the plasma came out pretty good. Yeah, I think this guy's coming out pretty good, man. I fucking love this green, man. Fucking love this green. Anyway. Yeah, so I've been working on this guy, man. Yeah. Been working on this guy. Yo, Panda. My lord, I bring urgent news. The Com Knight of Chatters has decided that you are the cutest drummer, bottom left. No, you're the cutest chatter. You always have nice things to say to me. Those kissies are just for you. Thank you. Oh, my beard? You know, I trimmed my beard, actually. I trimmed it up, dude. Trimmed it up. Well, where's our kissies? There. All right. Okay. All right, dude. So we got an hour before we're supposed to play. Okay? We have an hour before we're supposed to play. There's a new spook. Gorilla Glue Spray Adhesive versus Huge Hornet Nest. Jesus. Oh, yeah, man. Yo, we talked about this briefly the other day. Dude, he got caught cheating? Bro. He cheated on and he used like a bot program, right? He was like a bot program or something, man. Dude, what the fuck? Why did he think he could get away with that? Isn't he supposed to be like a wholesome streamer or something? He cheated in a charity stream? Wait a minute. Yeah. Why did he not get banned? That's bullshit, actually. In the Twitch TOS, it says if you're caught cheating on Twitch, you get banned. It doesn't matter what game. You guys know that? It's very, very clear in the TOS. Unless they change the TOS, but I don't think so. All right, so we got some new videos. We got a new Sir Spooks. Ooh. At XenosysVex, blah. Oh, I saw that actually. Yeah. Yeah, you know what? Let's watch that instead. The Nexpo Blair Witch. Dude, did you guys like that movie, man? Hey, Illumi, thank you for the 45 months. Here for my monthly allowance of kissies. Thank you. Thank you very much. Wait. XenosysVex. XenosysVex. XenosysVex at XenosysVex. It's Spoods. Hello. It's Spoods. You must answer Spoods. You're the last person who should be talking about Twitch TOS. I have no idea how they haven't banned your ass for nudity. Oh my God, I knew it was. Sup, Spoods? Cooked. The Rogadick incident. There was no Rogadick incident. $12, $12, $24, $4, $4, $4, $4, $6. Why do you remember that? Thanksgiving. What, Spuds? What's your question? I don't even know what your question is. What's your question? Hi, Spuds Heart, Spuds Blah. You're forgetting something. Was that what I was forgetting? Well, what I was forgetting. The July 28th, 2022 incident. What the fuck was that? I also remember the Dick Furry Veiny Dick incident. What are the... Man, I saw something like this at the when I went to Florida. There was like a show that did something similar to this. I like this. Dude, who the fuck thumbs this down, bro? Like, what the fuck? What is this? This was the incident. Watch this Zemo Wemo.
Painting with balloons.
World's messiest fails, instant regret.
Painting with balloons.
Oh.
Are you sure? Daddy! Oh,
It honestly doesn't look too bad.
Oh! Oh, God, dude. I've seen this a ton of times. Man. Hold on. Okay, dude, why the fuck is this not, like, deeper in here? Like, I understand you want to, like, maybe something is preventing you, but you don't need to be on the edge here.
So, guys.
Oh. Holy fuck. Actually, this is fucked up, dude. When this thing shot him in the face, dude, that could have blinded him. Like, no, I'm serious, man. That could have fucking blinded him, man. You know how dangerous water is when it's like pressurized, bro? You know they cut metal with water? You guys know that? You know they can cut metal with water.
Guys.
Oh. Why the fuck would you send me that message? Spuds? Why would you send me that message? Read it. Can I read this message? I like how you guys are answering for her. Sexting? Proceed. Bro, this is the message. Did you know I poop out of my butt?
Isuse Bože, dragi.
Look at the beautiful new sidewalk, Ed. Don't tap! Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. It's okay. It's okay.
Brother.
А то можно споткнуться же через нее и...
What the fuck happened?
Oh yeah, we have chicken Alfredo.
Man, that's like that Tyler 1 clip. Oh. Brother. What the fuck?
Oh my gosh.
He's gonna... Dude, he's gonna catch... The pillow's gonna catch him. Oh, never mind. Okay. Bro. Dude, I've seen shit like this happen before, too. You need 2 forklifts for this shit, man. Oh! What the fuck? Holy shit! That was some, like, jackass shit. Oh my god. What the fuck happened? Paint?
Are you serious?
Stupid idiot, watch your phone.
Dude. Bro. Dude, this is what we used to do as a kid, man. We do stupid shit like this. Yeah, dude. Back in the day, this was fun.
Go on then, you're gonna follow her?
Oh.
There she goes.
Кошка будет счастлива. Ты чего?
Ayo, something traumatic happened that changed my life. Check.
Like, poke it hard.
Ew. Oh.
He totally missed
What the fuck? I don't even know. I don't
my
even.
face paint. They say it would be fun. It looks like fun. Until this. Why?
Ja pierdolę.
Oh God.
Co ty zrobiłaś, nie?
O ja pierdolę.
I don't have that problem. Holy shit.
The Tatorators. Yes.
Oh man, that was
What do you
good.
want to garnish those with?
Feels bad. Hell yeah. Oh. Okay. Yeah. Oh God. Oh God.
Do, Bubba?
Go away.
What did you do?
This is not the time for this because I now have to clean this up.
Look at the mess.
What the fuck? Dude, where is this?
Fira. What is all this?
Dude. Yo, you know what happened? I bet this dog was set up. I bet it was actually the cat.
What is all this?
Nah. I bet it was the cat, bro. I bet it was the cat. Bro.
If you rest that, he
Chopping up pico. Look at how delicious that's.
Oh, Des, you just found the channel and you freaking love. Oh, yo, thanks a lot, man. Holy shit, a quality message in the chat. Oh, that's fucking new. Hell yeah, brother. Thanks a lot, man. Yo, a trail. Thank you for the resub. 7 months, lucky number 7. Crow, thank you for the 15 months. Thank you guys for the resubs.
Ты что это наделала?
Oh, no. Feels bad.
Oi! Oi! Oi!
Dude, I saw a really funny. Hold on. I saw a really funny. Man. Dude, I love this shit, dude. The King of Homos has liked your tweet. Dude, fucking poggers, bro. Hell yeah. I got royalty liking my tweets, bro. I saw this, the bald man biceps. I refreshed the page just to say that we all know that was a paid chatter. Druid just cooked your ass, by the way. Wait, what? I see a really funny looking individual bottom left. Some weirdo tried to... Wait, what? So fucking cool. I asked ChatGPT who is more bald, you or someone without hair, and it said you. Wait, the super cheap horror game on sale? I don't think so. Yesterday I spent the whole day painting and playing Space Marine 2, man. Hold on, I want to try to see if I can find this tweet. It was really, really fucking funny. What was this? Hold on, man. Here, let me scroll down my feed real fast. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, hold on. Dude, it was so funny. I really wish I could have. I really wish I would have saved it to show you guys. Hold on. Let me scroll. Give me like 30 more seconds. Let me just scroll. Let me see if I can find it. It's really funny. Okay, there's the one about Conrad Cruz. Hold on. I think I might find it. Hold on. Hold on. Dude, why couldn't I just save it, man? No. Damn it. I thought it was extra funny because it involved like hairspraying hair. Brother. Oh, here it is. Okay. Okay, look. No, here it is. No. Okay. Dude started a family civil war in real time.
Your mom's calling you.
Can you lick my mouth?
You look like me nhôm.
Ông đừng nói nó giống tôi. Tôi một khùng điên vậy ông nói giống tôi.
Bà đẻ nó thì nó giống bà chứ ai.
Giống tôi là nào? Nói vậy mà nói giống
Thôi
tôi.
nó nhỏ nó đi ra bà.
Nói thật nó nói chuyện với anh.
Giống bà.
Giống tôi. Trời ơi. Nhôm.
The whole time, dude, this might be staged, but I don't care. It's still funny. But the whole time she's just standing there like, what the fuck?
What is going on in this family?
I thought that was really funny. I thought that was really funny, and I thought of you guys. I don't know why. Anyway. Okay. Let's watch. Dude, let's watch. Fucking. Blair Witch, right? Blair Witch. Next Poe. How long is the Blair Witch? Oh, 31 minutes. I don't know if we have time. Oh God. I don't know if we have time, guys. We don't have time. You think Arthur's is gonna be late? Okay. Okay, let's watch it. Alright, let's watch it. Alright. Okay. Now let's watch it. So we're supposed to play in 30 minutes. Okay. Yo, thank you, Sins. Thank you for the resub of the year, brother. Bald, no hair, have an ass, Lowell. 12 months. Thank you very much, man. Gato, thank you for the 2 years. Thank you guys very much for the resubs. 5 friends in Michigan filmed themselves. What the fuck? Okay. Did you guys like the movie, the movie Blair Witch? I liked it actually, man. I liked it a lot, dude. People thought it was real. You never seen it? Oh man. Well, at the time it was like revolutionary or whatever. It was like, oh, maybe that's the wrong word.
It's a late night. Unassuming. Quiet. The Walton Files blares on your bedroom TV, filling the void of darkness around you. It's peaceful, comfortable even.
Yeah.
You scroll through Reddit, searching for something to pass the time. Before, out of nowhere.
Didn't the second one, they have like an orgy or something?
An Emerald Spring populates your feed. They're searching for something. Some sort of lost documentary called The Real Blair Witch. There seems to be so little information about this documentary.
I remember a scene where like this guy's like
nowhere to watch it. I recall it being on TV, and there's 1 or 2 references to it out there. It has nothing to do with the Blair Witch Project. It is more of a true crime documentary. I'd love to see it again, and it's frustrated me for years now, not being able to track it down. It must be out there in some archive somewhere.
The Blair Witch,
its lack of availability.
The Blair Witch movie was really good, man. It was like one of the first huge found footage.
Relatively unassuming. Yet another lost media mystery with hardly a lead to go on. Yet the name, The Real Blair Witch, shrouds it in this weird tinge of dread.
What gets me more revenue, a sub or a donation? Well, a donation. So if you were to, so if someone were to sub, it's going to cost like $6, like $5 or $6, I think, depending on where you are. But I don't get all of that. But if you were to donate like $5 or $6, I would get all of that. But the thing is like I would rather someone sub, and the reason why is because that way you get access to all the emotes, and that way you could watch like VODs on Twitch and stuff. It's just, basically it's more beneficial to you, and that's okay.
But something about the way this is framed, the lack of...
Just do both, man, to be safe. Ha. Now fuck off. Shut the fuck up. The fucking master pancakes, like master idiot. Get the fuck out of here. Yo, Letta, thank you for the 15 months. Thank you very much. A cute streamer, a cute chatter.
Of information. Something about this has sparked something. Within their post, Emerald Spring provides a link to its IMDb page, revealing that there's hardly anything to go off of. The page is barren. Just one review, a release year, and director. The only tangible bit of info here is the plot summary. A group of teens from Flint, Michigan film themselves kidnapping and terrorizing a new acquaintance before taking her out to the woods and dumping her in a shallow grave. They then toss their terrified and blindfolded victim, asking if she had any last requests before they cut her throat. But was the kidnap real or just a game? What's revealed is an extraordinary and disturbing record of a night when something went terribly, terribly wrong.
Okay. So this is like a whole different movie. Okay.
Now you've got my attention.
Wait.
With such a graphic, visceral description of such an inhumane crime, curiosity in this case took off on Reddit. Comment after comment.
Wait, why did you say at Arthur's? Oh my god. Why is it not showing? Thank you very much for the donation. I'm sorry I didn't. Oh wait, thanks for all your videos on YouTube. It makes my bad days a lot better. Yo, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. Thank you very much, Insarius, with the dono. Steph, thank you for the 41 months. Holy, I mean, you guys are being very nice today. You guys are being very nice. A cute chat. Oh my god. EP Lupo, thank you for the 20. No message. A cute chatter. Thank you very much for the dono. Wait, did Arthur's actually say something? Did Arthur's actually say something? Cute chat. Great job, partner. I love that emote. He said your head looks like a tit. Shut the fuck up, man. No, he didn't. Wait, wait, is he streaming? Dude, what the fuck is wrong with you guys?
Poured in, expressing interest in tracking this footage down. Most believed in its existence. Others, not so much.
Dude, maybe you got banned. You're literally typing to my... Get the fuck out of here. You know what? Speaking of ban, speaking of ban, you get the fuck out of here.
Regardless, though, the common theme here was intrigue. The Blair Witch Project, back when it came out, was horrifying. And
yeah, it was really good,
someone
dude.
Recreating this in real life.
It was very good.
A very real person sounds
Holy
like it's
shit,
straight
Lupo.
out
Thank you
of
for
a
the
nightmare.
gifties. The
What in
dono
world
and the
did
gifties.
Emerald
Thank you
Spring
very
watch
much, man.
back then? What truly is this? Over the following weeks, whispers about the doc's existence would trickle in. Mentions in online articles.
If you guys, okay,
on a production.
Okay, when the Blair Witch came out, man, it was like groundbreaking because it was one of the. I mean, there probably was like found footage stuff elsewhere too, but it was one of the biggest like found footage movies. It was like, I mean, it's not like the best movie or anything like that, but I feel like the Blair Witch paved a way for a different like style or a different approach to movies.
Can you shut the fuck up?
You know? Yo, Vic, thank you for the 2 years, brother. The 2 years.
company called Raw TVs.
Oh my fucking god. Basm, hey, I am mainly a YouTube frog, but I wanted to say this. Fuck off. Okay, all right. Thank you for the dodo, man.
Its own Vimeo page. But what really sent this mystery into the stratosphere was nearly an entire year later when a Redditor named Transbian8787 would chime in with the revelation that no one saw coming. The real Blair Witch, as it turned out, was very real. However, once Pandora's box was opened and the internet began to see...
So this is actual, like, real footage. Spooky Cookie. Cookie Monster, thank you for... Did you see it? Thank you for the resub. 43 months.
Their collective teeth.
Man, thank you guys very much for all the subs today. Holy shit.
Is much stranger
and the donos.
Than anyone had imagined. The real Blair Witch isn't just a film. It's a glance into one of the eeriest, most bizarre incidents that I have ever read about, ensnaring nearly everyone involved.
I'm telling you, if you haven't seen the movie, watch the movie. It might not have the
Ladies and
impact.
gentlemen, in the event of an emergency, please walk to the nearest exit.
Okay.
Thank you.
1999. Yo, some of you motherfuckers weren't even born. Or some of you motherfuckers were like 1 year old when this came out. Yo, you know, it was like the last time I checked the average age of the viewers in the channel. It's somewhere between around 23. Somewhere between 20 and 25. That's the average. I mean, obviously some are younger, some are older, you know.
When the Blair Witch Project hit theaters in 1999, it didn't just scare audiences. It changed the horror genre.
Yeah, people thought it was real. It was a big deal.
A psychological experiment.
It was a big
that made
fucking
people
deal.
Question what was real and what wasn't.
Yeah.
The setup was simple. 3 young filmmakers set out to document an old urban legend, only to vanish without a trace. What remained was the footage they left behind. But unlike traditional horror films, this story had no scripted feel, no heart-stopping jump scares, just raw, unfiltered horror. The shaky camera work, improvised dialogue, and eerie silence between panicked breaths all made it feel as if it were set in reality. And that was exactly the point. The movie, as you'd expect, became an overnight sensation, shattering records and opening the door to a completely fresh, realistic, and raw form of terror. However, its impact stretched well beyond the film industry. Suddenly, horror fans, amateur film...
Brother, are you fucking kidding me? Someone made an account. Someone made an account called Arthur's FF14. Hey, Baldy, are you ready to play or are you going to keep me wait? Wait, what do you mean? Bro, shut the fuck... Dude, this isn't even you. Hold on. This isn't even you. Arthur's FF14 joined 1 minute ago. No subscribers. Yeah. Yeah, shut the fuck up.
Filmmakers and thrill seekers were heading into abandoned locations and recording eerie footage. And the internet soon became a breeding ground for low-resolution videos, claiming to document real paranormal encounters.
Oh, yeah.
Some were
we know all about that.
Others less so. And that's where things began to take a strange turn. Because when an entire generation starts to believe that some of the most terrifying things can be caught on a simple high-8 tape, it's only a matter of time before someone tries to prove it. Alright guys, before we continue, I'd like to tell you about tonight's video sponsor, NordVPN.
Oh yeah.
Alright, so lately I've been traveling quite a...
You guys use Nord? NordVPN?
Bit for my ghost hunting channel, Nick and Ryan. And with this, I've been using public Wi-Fi considerably.
No.
You might not know this, but that free Wi-Fi that airports and coffee shops offer, did you know that literally anyone can intercept any data that you send through it? Anyone with the knowledge to do so can jump onto these networks and peer in on your browsing history. Things you say, anything that you send through it.
Yeah.
I'm sure you can see how big of a security.
Yeah, that's why I purposely look up porn on my phone. That way, if anybody hacks my shit, they're gonna have to like whack their Johnson, you know, and then like after they whack their Johnson, they're gonna forget about hacking me.
Risk this is, which is exactly why I recommend NordVPN.
Because you ain't fucking hacking somebody after the hog's been cranked, bro.
I wholeheartedly believe everyone should use.
You need
it
a few.
encrypts your online connection, protecting you from visiting malicious sites and granting you complete anonymity when browsing the World Wide Web. All it takes is one single click, and you can pretend to be anywhere in the world, granting you peace of mind the next time you find yourself browsing while out and about. When you use my link, you'll get a huge discount on a 2-year plan, plus 4 additional bonus months. Get it at NordVPN.
I got kicked out of an airport for watching this stream because they thought I was looking at tits, bottom left. Yeah, well, you got kicked out of this stream for fucking being an idiot, bottom right.
.com/Nexpo. It's risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee, and it's the best deal on the internet. Get it at NordVPN.com/Nexpo or click the link in the description below. Thank you so much to Nord for sponsoring tonight's video. Now let's get back to it. February 2002. It's a frigid night in the town of Flint, Michigan, and a 19-year-old named Danielle Taylor crosses paths with a 20-year-old Travis Peya, a community college student with big dreams of making horror films. Peya shared a house with a man named John Cockrell, another student and self-proclaimed horror fanatic.
Man, I used to do my hair like this, actually. How you do it, you put the gel in and you just like comb it with your hands. You comb it with your fingers. That's what you do.
Their house, it was the spot, per se. The hangout for their tight-knit circle, which included a James Carwile, Christina Lum, and Derek Faxlinger. At first, everything seemed mundane within their friend group. Danielle would visit the house a handful of times, and nothing seemed all that out of the ordinary. Just a few weeks later, on the night of March 6th, however, their entire dynamic would, out of nowhere, take a dark turn. By complete surprise, Danielle was restrained, blindfolded, handcuffed, and threatened with murder. And all of it filmed on
Why, though? Why all of a sudden?
Tape.
Having dreadlocks ruin my hairline? Nah.
Say hello.
Hi.
Okay, I have a question for you.
The video opens inside a dimly lit house, bathed in the eerie green glow that can only be provided by an old-school night vision camera. Danielle stands front and center, seeming a bit annoyed that she's being filmed. Behind the camera is Travis Peya, his voice steady as he asks her a strange question. What would you say if you knew this was your last day on Earth? Danielle smirks, brushing off the question with a simple, "Fuck you." There's a heavy undercurrent of something else, though. Something unspoken. A shadow moves behind her. One of the men steps forward, revealing something in his hands. A blindfold.
So she didn't know about that part.
And the mood shifts. Travis prompts Danielle again, this time instructing to say ready, set, go. Sensing something is off, she refuses. Someone's behind her. Something is up here. She turns. Yet before she can react, multiple hands grab at her. She barely has time to respond before she's wrestled to the ground. She fights briefly, but it doesn't take long for her to realize she isn't getting away. Whatever this is, it's happening.
So is this like actual footage? Like real? This is real? That's my understanding? Dude, this is fucked.
We find ourselves in a car. The lighting is bad. Again, night vision. Danielle sits in the back seat, blindfolded, scared out of her mind. She's stiff, her face only showing fear. Christina Lum, the only other woman to appear in the video, is driving. She doesn't say much.
How does this have to do with the Blair Witch, though?
Just keeps her eyes on the road. At first, the guys verbally taunt her, but there's this edge to it. And then we see it. One of them, Jonathan Cockrell, has a knife, and it's pressed right up against her. They start asking her questions.
Okay, so people originally thought this was like fake, but it turned out to be real.
Did you have a good life? Say your last words to your family. If you could go back in time and change anything, would you? Danielle hesitates. She tells her mom she loves her. She says she's sorry for everything. She tells those in the car with her that she has nothing to say to them. Nothing she says will be right anyway. No one reassures her. No one tells her it's okay. And the video cuts again. Deep in the heart of the forest, the camera follows as James carries Danielle over his shoulder. The group moves with a sense of purpose, heading straight for a spot they've already
it's like
prepared.
middle of winter, too.
A shallow grave, barely 2 or 3 feet deep. They set her down before explaining what's coming next. They're going to cut her before burying her alive and leaving her to die. Travis stands over the pit, knife in hand. The blindfold that had been covering Danielle's eyes is pulled down around her neck, and she doesn't say a word. Following this, Travis kneels down, brings the blade right up to her, and then nothing.
Way.
He never actually cuts her. He mimes the act of slashing Danielle's throat before she goes completely limp and pretends to be dead.
Okay.
Congratulations, you're dead. Welcome to the afterlife.
Just like that, the entire mood shifts. The group starts laughing, giving each other pats on the back over what they had just done. One by one,
so it started off fake,
introducing themselves, explaining their roles in this so-called film. They even take bows, grinning the entire time. Danielle Taylor, as it turned out, wouldn't die that night. Contrary to the knife being held to her throat, contrary to her being tied up against her will, contrary to her being thrown haphazardly into a massive hole in the ground.
Okay.
This was nothing but a stunt.
Dude, I'm fucking
a prank
confused
for a
as
movie.
shit. Okay.
Funny, right? Halting the recording, the group unties her, harping on just how realistic, how entertaining her reaction was. Surely, this will seem visceral enough to make it to film. This was their big break, their escape from Flint, Michigan, after all. For Danielle, though, she was far from fine. Just a few minutes before, she thought she was dying. She had nothing to laugh about here because the entire joke was solely on her.
Oh my God. Okay, so she wasn't in on it. Okay. So all of them were in on it, but she actually thought she was going to die. Dude, that is a fucking vile ass prank, bro. This is like Punk'd. If you guys remember that show Punk'd. Okay, there was this show where Ashton Kutcher was like the host. And he would like punk celebrities, right? He'd like set something up, but it was never like this. It was like a celebrity's like car windshield would be busted, right? And then the cops would be called, and then the cops would be like, "Well, you did it," and then they'd be like, "Well, we're going to take you to jail," and then the celebrity would be like, "What? This is insane! What do you mean I did it?" You know? And then he'd come out and be like, punked, you know? That's what he'd be like, right? But this is like if you take that and you throw an actual body from a morgue in the trunk of a car, and then the person like opens the trunk and they see a real fucking body in there, and they're like, oh my fucking God. And then the cop takes him to jail, and they go in jail and they spend the entire night in jail. And then in the next morning he comes out, punked. You know, like, that's like, what the, that's a horrible fucking joke, man. You know?
So far, it's been easy to follow Danielle's state of mind throughout this. A woman trapped by those she trusted, a victim of an inhumane
So
prank.
she thought all of this was real.
However, that's where our central problem begins. Because was this really? Was this all nothing but a sick joke? That is the question that soon becomes the heart of this entire incident. And the answer depends on who you believe.
Okay, but how does this have to do with the Blair Witch? Okay, I'm sorry, I gotta pee. I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry, I gotta pee. Okay.
It looks like an ordinary day in the USA, but in the city of Flint, Michigan, all is excitement. Even the small fry are buzzing. And the older boys and girls are let out of school. Oh, this is a day. The whole town's a bustle. Yes, sirree, there's going to be a parade, too. And what's a parade without festive bunting and gala decorations?
The city of Flint, Michigan is undoubtedly one of desolation. It's a place once bustling, lively, full of opportunity. Yet today, it stands as nothing but a shell of what it once was. When the automotive industry backed away, it left a void of broken dreams, families with shattered aspirations. It's depressing
I've
that
never been
something
there.
like this can actually happen to those who had no hand in the matter at all. Like we established, the Blair Witch Project shattered the world, sending audiences into a frenzy and inspiring loads of those with nothing but a camera to create something horrifying of their very own.
Yo, Ray, thank you
The
for
entire
resub.
group maintains that they all had hopes,
39 months.
dreams to get out of Flint and to make something of themselves.
Almost 4
And while
decades.
they could have chosen a myriad of ways to do that, the film industry, for once in its near century-long history, felt like something attainable, a vehicle to a completely new life.
Yo, Natsu, thank you for the resub. Tier 2, 29 months, brother. For those of you that don't know, Natsu was the first viewer on the channel. I'll never forget it. Never forget it, brother. I remember I used to end stream. I used to just cut the stream off. I didn't even say anything. And Natsu was like, okay, then bye, with like an exclamation mark. And I was like, well, fuck, dude. Now I feel bad. So I always, bye then. Yeah, so I always felt bad. So now I always say bye to you guys. Yeah. Man, thanks a lot for the resub, guys.
In the following days, Danielle Taylor, reeling from the incident on March 6th, would revisit the Peya home. It was done on invitation.
Well, I didn't think anybody cared. I didn't think anybody gave a shit. It's like, well, I'm done. Okay, shut off stream.
For all of them to rewatch their masterpiece. Yet for Danielle, she had other plans.
Thank you for the gifting, Natsu.
If you scream and you fight, we put a gag in your mouth and throw you in the trunk. If you relax and accept death and what's coming to you.
After the tape ran its course, she secretly swiped it, replaced it with another, and after the events of that night had wound down, she set out to report the entire group to law enforcement.
Holy shit. Yeah.
Within a week, the lives of Jonathan Cockrell, Travis Paya, Christina Lum, James Carwile, and Derek Vaxlinger, everyone involved in perpetrating this stunt, would change. They were all arrested, finding themselves awaiting trial on kidnapping and assault charges, and facing anywhere from 7 years to life in prison under Michigan law.
Bro, if that shit, if she was in on it, then yeah, sure, right? Then everybody's in on it. There's no fear. You know, it's just literally like they're trying to make like a movie. But dude, the fact that they didn't tell her, man, is so beyond fucked.
Contrary to their claims of simply aspiring to create a horror movie, Danielle Taylor maintained that she had no idea about any of this. To her, this was all very real. And given our glance at the footage, it's easy to empathize with her. Interestingly though, support for her wouldn't be unanimous, as once testimonies came out and the footage was given a second look, cracks in the facade began to show.
Okay.
Danielle, at numerous points throughout the footage, does things that make no sense.
Okay.
She scratches her nose. She inquires on if the rope is tight enough. And just minutes after she supposedly thought she was dying, she can be seen laughing.
I mean, a nose scratch? Really? Maybe she didn't even think about it. I don't know. I think that's a bit of a stretch. Like, I mean, I mean, it doesn't matter the situation, right? Like, if you got to take a shit, you got to take a shit. I mean, if you have a scratch, you got a scratch. Like, maybe she didn't even think about. I don't know. I don't know. That's weird. That's weird. I mean, I'd have to think about that, man. I don't know, dude.
Just minutes after she supposedly thought she was dying, she can be seen laughing alongside the group.
I survived, and I'm freezing, and my arms hurt.
If you move anymore, I swear to God, I'm using a blade to do this. Alright?
A bizarre reaction, especially.
I don't think that's in. I don't know. I don't think laughing because of relief is. What is this? I don't know.
Actually, considering the circumstances. Even still, a Lapeer County prosecutor named Brian Concha spoke to the media on Danielle's behalf, maintaining his belief that she did not know that any of it was staged until the end. The prank was intended by the participants, but the last party, the victim, was not in on it. Conversely, attorneys representing the accused said the tape shows that Danielle, in fact, did know that it was a movie, citing the fact that she never begged the group not to kill her, appeared to smile after the gig was up, and had not once told them to stop. She pretends to play dead for about a minute, one said. If she truly thought she was going to be buried alive, she would have struggled. As we can see, all we have here is a he said, she said situation. No one here ever knew the answer on if she were acting in this stunt.
Okay. Did they even ask the question, what does she have to gain by lying? Because typically, like, Okay, why would she just randomly lie? Like that's the question. Well, okay, did she sue them for money or whatever? I mean, I know I saw like $500,000 here, but he didn't mention it. Hold on, what are we at? 2218. Hold on, let's see. No. This is 500,000 bond. Faxlinger is out on bail. I don't think she went for money. Yeah, it's a criminal case. I don't know.
No one here ever knew the answer on if she were acting in this stunt.
Okay.
Not the prosecutors, not their lawyers, no one but Danielle Taylor.
I still think that's an important question. Why would she lie? Yeah, some people like freeze up, man. Because people will react differently in a lot of different situations. You know, actually, we've seen, okay, so you guys know the channel, JCS? You know? Well, one thing that channel does is always point out, like, how people react. And, like, sometimes people will react, like, really aggressive, but then there was this one case that he showed where, it was like, I think it took place over in like UK or something, I'm not sure. But this guy was held in custody for robbing a jewelry store or robbing a store. And he had nothing to do with the situation. They just wanted to place blame on someone. And then he was actually awarded. Yeah, he was like, he was very, even though he was being accused of things that he didn't know, he was extremely calm. You guys know what I'm talking about? Yeah. He was extremely calm when, like, in another situation, like, even though he was facing jail time, right? So he was like super calm, and he actually spent like a night or two in jail before he was released. And then the arresting officers and the detective, I'm pretty sure they all got fired, and he was awarded like thousands of dollars in money for being wrongfully accused, if I remember correctly.
In the midst of an intense legal battle, Christina Lum had turned on her group of friends, accepting a plea bargain on a reduced charge of attempted felonious assault, and received a suspended 6-month sentence pending the completion of probation. Derek Faxlinger was ordered to pay a $200 fine.
Okay.
Jimmy Carwile received a 4-month sentence, while Paya and Cockrell got 8 months. All suspended sentences following the completion of probation. All of them inevitably served their time and got out. However, in the end, another affliction entirely would befall them.
$200 for kidnapping. So the thing is with charges, you always charge for like the highest imaginable, but you like rarely get the highest imaginable. It typically, like, as crazy as it sounds, the court is often lenient with people, man. Because the amount of people that do dumb shit, the court is normally like lenient with them. So it doesn't surprise me. Like, okay, there's way more cases of, okay, so like think about it for a second, right? How many times have you ever thought to yourself, that's it? That's all that happened to that piece of shit? Versus good, he got what he deserved, right? Right? It's like, it like happens way more often where you ask yourself, how the fuck did this only happen? You know what I mean? So like the court is, at least in my experience from what I've witnessed, the court is typically more lenient. then I mean, unless you just straight up commit like a fucking murder, right? Like if you're a fucking murderer, then yeah, you're gonna get that. But if you like do something like this, I mean, if you do something like this, it's not surprising to me that they had suspended sentences because no one died, right? Like no one was harmed physically, like, you know what I mean? And also, depending on the case, depending on the evidence presented, the judge could have also not been aware, like the judge could have also not known if she was faking or not, you know? Oh, I remember that when you were a correctional officer. Yeah, sometimes you would hop in voice with us.
Travis Peya, the group's ringleader, passed away on Tuesday, April 18th, 2006.
So 7 years
Derek
later?
Faxlinger passed away on Monday, February 12th, 2007. And Jonathan Cockrell lost his life on Wednesday, February 19th of 2014.
Holy shit.
All of them were less than 35 years old. Almost like a curse, 3 of the 4 men involved in the real Blair Witch incident had died before their lives could even get off the ground, and any information surrounding them, barren. All that seemed to exist was hearsay, notably on the website My Death Space, in which Travis Peya's cause of death was speculated to have been caused by drug use. Furthermore, mentions of Derek Faxlinger come up in reference to an MLive article, which states that he passed away from an epileptic seizure and had his organs donated to those in need. Even still, though, nothing definitive on whether this came from the fallout of the real Blair Witch ever came up.
How is this? I still don't know how this is related to Blair Witch.
Then were just as conflicted,
other than it just happened around the same time.
All of us today. For a while, it seemed like this was the end to the real Blair Witch saga. A lost media legend turned criminal battle that resulted in the loss of 3 lives. However, an entire year after the original Reddit post was made, a user named Beef Brothel emerged out of seemingly nowhere, shedding light on the deaths of their supposed friends. Derek John...
Beef Brothel. Bro, is that like... That's a lot of dicks in that brothel, bro.
And Trav have all passed away. Derek had a seizure in the shower and sadly passed from that. His organs were donated and saved quite a few people. He was an extremely kind person and gave great hugs. Travis had a terrible tooth infection, and I'm not sure if that was the cause, but it was a contributing factor in his death. John was
I know this sounds weird, but this sentence right here, he was an extremely kind person and gave great hugs. This makes me not want to believe this person.
Depressed. I can't deny that. His mother died and they were quite close, so his partying ramped up during the period after her passing. Another friend was with him that night. They were celebrating his new apartment, and it was simply an accidental overdose. He was one of my best friends, and I'm still angry at him for being so careless, especially because things were moving in such a positive direction for him. None of their deaths were because of the pressure of the case. Jim and I still talk occasionally, but he moved to another state and lives a private life. He's a good man, and I think he was affected the most by this situation. The girl apologized to them after the fact and insisted that she never wanted any of this to happen. She was known to our graduating class as a notorious exaggerator before any of this ever happened, so there's that. Plus, she was young and was being told by a lot of authority figures that she had to go along with this prosecution. She claimed after the fact that she believed taking the video from the house would prove that it was just a joke and everyone would just get off the hook. She didn't realize that John was pausing the recording between shots. Part of me thinks she initially enjoyed the initial attention, but it spiraled way out of control. If I didn't know, these guys participated in these types of pranks on all of our friends weekly, made a dozen backyard horror films with them, Spent all of my free time with them for years. I would think they were psychos too. That's just not the case. Jackass and Blair Witch were huge at this time, so it was kind of a mashup of the two genres to them. We all knew that if you went to Rancho, you could get pranked. It's just how things were. They did almost the exact thing to another friend a week or two before, and she was the one who suggested that they film it next time.
I mean,
unfortunate.
I mean, but just because they do it doesn't mean that it's okay.
This was a devastating time for our group of friends, their families, and their loved ones. Visiting them in jail was bonkers. I'll never forget how sad they all looked and how many people came to see them. Everyone knew that they did not do this maliciously, except the prosecutor, and he was a real asshole. Long story short, it was a prank, and everyone except the law knew that.
I mean, I wouldn't have thought it was a prank, but... I mean, but I wouldn't fucking be around people that did this shit. I don't like this shit. This is a fuck around and find out situation.
Say hello. Hi. Okay, I have a question for you. You just said hi. But if you had one thing to say, if this was your last day on Earth, what would it be?
The real Blair Witch incident is a bizarre, unsettling chapter in the history of lost media. A story that serves...
Do you guys think she knew?
...as both a reflection of our deepest fears and a reminder of the human capacity for cruelty. How far would you go for a chance to escape a place in which you have no future? Was Danielle in on things, or was she truly terrified for her life that night? I've always said that lost media, by nature, carries this endurance.
See, now I don't know. See, now I'm neutral. Now I just don't know. This is really interesting. I'd like to hear both sides. Why would she report it if she was in on it? Yeah, so that's what I was thinking too, right? Like, okay, so what does she have to gain? That's the question I'm asking myself. What does she have to gain? So I would be curious as to see what the defense, if the defense actually brought that up, or if that question was even asked. Because from what I can tell, she doesn't gain anything by reporting it. I mean, okay, so at minimum, let's say that she didn't like a person, right? So like, let's say in their friend group, she didn't like one of the people. So then when she reported it, she wanted to fuck that person over, but she ended up fucking everybody over. That is one thing that she would have to gain outside of any monetary value. You know, yeah, so if she's really vindictive and wanted them to pay. Yeah. So that is one thing that she, but they would have to prove that, right? They would have to prove that she had an issue with one of the members of the friend group. You know?
Enduring sense of mystery, and in my opinion, this one is no different. It is, and always will be, eerie. A look into the lives of intensely conflicted individuals.
But wouldn't the loss outweigh the gains? Well, okay, so... Okay. So sometimes... okay, I'm not exactly sure what you mean by that, but this is how I took the question. So maybe I took the question right. So sometimes people, they will like call out another person, right? So like we can actually use you know, fucking Bottlenose as an example here. Okay? Because he said a lot of horrible things about me. Okay? Now, to an outsider, it looks like he's being the good guy, right? But in actuality, he doesn't care about any victims. He doesn't care about the person that was harmed. He only cared about ruining me. Does that make sense? So you will have a person that is so ass hurt and so vindictive that they don't act like that. They're not doing something for a good reason. They're doing something just to ruin another person. Does that make sense? So if that's the case with her, right? Let's say that she had an issue with one of the members of the group, and she hated that person so much that she didn't care about what happened to the other people, just as long as that person paid. You know what I mean? I think, and that situation does happen sometimes, you know?
But if there's one thing to take away from all of this, it's that we may likely never ever get our hands on the full original tape in its entirety. The story of Danielle Taylor will forever live on through the lens of news reports and documentaries. And in its wake, an unsolvable question. Did she truly know?
Yeah,
Perhaps we never will. A lost media mystery that may never find a resolution.
No, she didn't die. Damn, that's an interesting case, man. That's really interesting. That was good. Yeah, this was a good video. I feel like this had nothing to do with Blair Witch though, but whatever. Okay, where's Unk? New Royal Chef letter has arrived. Read it here. Dear Mr. Baldacante, I write this message with haste to hopefully reach you in time. The red bird has alarmed the empire of our presence in the faraway lands, as even though we have done nothing to set off an alarm. It looks like the red bird does not. I have attached found footage of the alarm being set off. Please take a look. Excellent found footage. Tread carefully. Tread carefully, Chef. Taz will protect you. Keep Taz fed and armed. Or well fed. And he will protect you. Taz can also show you the fighting style of a Burge Knight. So you may be Taz's Padawan. May the Fourth be with you. What is this? Oh, fuck me. God damn it. I fucking closed out. Hold on. What did I close out? Bro, what did I close out? Oh, stream it. Okay. Okay, where's Unk, bro? Yeah, it's the Fourth. It's Xeno Bear Seed Time Red Bird. It's not working. Run. Where's Unk, bro? Okay, hold on. Let me see. Dude, we are never gonna play VG3 again. We're never gonna play again, man. 4 p.m. EST tomorrow. Nodders. Hell yeah. I can blast all night. Wait, he said on stream he could play for 6 hours? What, tonight? What's he doing right now? What's he doing right now? Hold on, hold on. What are you doing? Yo, Scully, thanks for the resub. 48 months, 4 years. 4 years, brother. Gatsu, thank you for the 11 months. Almost a year. Rat, thank you for the 28 months. Zazu, thank you for the 32 months. Say it, T. Thanks for the resub. Now, fuck off. There. I fucking said it. Dude, why do you guys tell me to say that, man? Well, I don't know what we're going to do, guys. What are we going to do? Keep reacting? I mean, we could watch disturbing things I found on the internet. What the fuck?
Excuse me. The Empire doesn't run itself, you know. Submit a complaint to the usual department, and I'm sure someone will take care of it.
Why won't you die? Stop! You violated the law. Pay the court a fine or serve your sentence. Your stolen goods are now forfeit.
The fuck?
Hey, come on now.
What?
There's no need to get help. Help! I'm being attacked by them. Go. Stop! You violated the law. Since you lack the funds to pay the court, you must now serve on your sentence. Your stolen goods are now forfeit.
Well,
What? What?
well.
I don't know you, and I don't care to know you. I don't know you, and I don't care to know you. I don't know you, and I don't care to know you. I don't know you, and I don't care to know you. I don't know you, and I don't care to know you.
Okay. My lord Baldacon, Baldalicious. Ves, it's I, the Crimson Ascendant, agent of darkness, Royal Inquisitor to the Bald Crown. I bring word from my hunt for the Crusty One. After smearing dookie all over the royal gardens, he has fled the royal city and into the land of Burges. Upon entering the lands myself, I have found that the Burges are all obese from too much seed. They are too fat, they can't even fly. In these conditions, they'll suffer and perish. I shall find whoever made them all fat fucks. Well, it's probably red, because he keeps feeding them. It's red. Red causing a fat pandemic. Or wait, a fat epidemic. Xeno bear seeds, birds arrive, not true. No one else feeds them. Brother, I mean, I like fat birds. I don't mind. You know. Oh, yeah, there's that too. Yeah. Yeah, did you guys see that fucking Pirate Software interviewed a fucking therapist or some shit, and the therapist was like, yeah, you're kind of a conceited asshole.
I can see you've been brainwashed by Doc Bean. He was a fool. No one Shadow Bean can threaten the agency.
But I'm no Shadow Bean.
I certainly hope you trained harder than that.
This is so stupid, dude. This is so stupid.
Well, at least you're in the fighting mood now.
I don't know which one to watch, man. I'm like trying to watch both, dude. I must go cross-eyed. Wonder how long it took him to do this, man. Dude, it was a fucking resuscitation dummy. Oh, man. Dude, this movie's pure cinema.
You have been a formidable opponent. I am sorry I have to end this game. You already tried that.
Incoming dies of cringe. Chills.
It's over.
Not for you.
That was good. Excellent fucking video. Dude, where's Arthur's, man? Somebody wake him up, bro. Somebody wake him up. I gotta pee. I gotta pee. He better be here when I get back. Okay. All right, let's watch
I'm gonna come.
Yo, why don't we watch one more? Why don't we watch one more? Let's watch there's a new Lazy Masquerade. What the fuck is this? Laser Tag Massacre? What the fuck? Oh god. Yo, Hulk, thank you for the resub. 36 months, 3 years. Thank you very much for the resub. Spinner with the 29 months. Scully, thank you again for the 4 years. And Paladin, thank you for the 11 months, almost a year. Let's watch okay. Oh man. All right, so like okay, guys, I'm going to be honest. I didn't have anything else planned today besides BG3. Okay. What if we watch another Wrecked? Hey, bud, are usually the first to know when it rains. Also, why would I ask such a thing? Thoughts? What? What are you talking about, dude? I don't want to get into Expedition 33 right now. Well, because I want to be able to play it multiple days in a row, and I can't. I can't right now. No, I'm going to play it, guys. I'm going to play it. I know, guys, I know it's good. I was excited about it. I want to play it. If you keep asking about Expedition 33, he will delay it every time by 2 days. Well, no, it's just I got to play it at a good time because I need to play it at a time where I can devote multiple days to it. And I can't right now. I'll believe it when I see it. It's shit. Very well. Plus, I want everybody to finish it already. So that way when I play it, people can watch and they won't be spoiled. You know? Yeah. Why don't we... Okay, guys, why don't we watch... why don't we watch, like, one more? And we'll see if Arthur's wakes up. And if he wakes up, we'll play BG3. But if he doesn't, then I'll probably just call it. Is that okay? Like, guys, I'm sorry. He told me today would be. I mean, he's had a lot going on. Yeah, he's had a lot going on. So I mean, I asked him. I was like, "Are you sure you want to play tomorrow? Are you sure?" He was like, "Yeah." So. Yeah. Just say you hate us. I don't. Man, you guys make me feel bad, dude. What is it? Okay. Let's watch a Lazy Masquerade. Lazy Masquerade hits hard though. Okay, let's watch this. You guys ready? Well, I mean, okay, so what's up with Arthur's? Okay, so he had a bunch of RL stuff this week. But we were supposed to play BG3 today. And I asked him, I like double checked. I was like, "Are you sure?" And he was like, "Yeah, I should be good. Or I'll be good." And I was like, "Okay." Like, all right, if you're sure. But I think he's just asleep. Yeah, I think he's just asleep. Nah, I don't want to start another. I'm not that type of person, man. I'm like, when I play games, I'm not spontaneous like at all. I have to plan out every single fucking game that I play, man. Like, I'm not the type of person that would just like start a campaign just to start it. Yeah. Yeah, I can't do that. Play like 6 different games at once. I can't. I'm the same thing with my mini painting. I have to finish a model once I start it. Yeah. What is this? Holy shit. 28 minutes, bro. Ain't no way, dude. You started BG for the first time? I mean, the thing is like, there's okay, I've played through that game 11 different times and I've seen different shit every single time I've played. Let's watch this. Let's watch this and hopefully he'll wake up. Okay? Are you guys ready? Call him? You want me to call him? I sent him a message. I'm not going to call him. He's asleep. Okay, let's watch this and then hopefully he wakes up.
If you've been to Japan recently, there's a good chance you've seen this woman's face plastered on a TV screen in a store window or a passenger's smartphone on a crowded train.
I don't remember.
If you did, it's not because she's an idol or a rising star. It's because she's at the center of one of Japan's most polarizing incidents in years.
Jesus.
One that made headlines as recently as March 2025. And one that's bound to leave a lasting scar on the internet, as the whole thing was broadcast live to thousands.
What the fuck? Okay, guys, I'm gonna tell you this right now, dude. Lazy Masquerade, dude, his videos hit fucking hard.
Airi Sato was a 22-year-old streamer with a sizable online following. Known by her online moniker, Aimogami, a name which she had taken from a popular voiceover actress, Airi had built a dedicated community on Who Watch TV. Fans tuned in not to watch her play games or talk passionately about her hobby, but rather just to hear her chat and perform challenges. You see, Irie's main draw was her charm. She knew how to win people over, how to gain their loyalty. She had a Platinum Plus badge on her profile to prove it, which marked her out as one of the platform's top live streamers.
Okay.
Considering that she had grown up in a children's home, estranged from her family, had been living alone since 15, and had only received a basic education, the young Irie had done well for herself. Offline, Irie had another job in Yamagata.
Why do you guys watch this stream? Do I have a charm? I don't know.
Yamagata City. A lot of English sources say that this was at a restaurant, but in reality, she worked as a hostess in a kyabakura, clubs where men pay exorbitant amounts of money to spend time drinking and chatting with glamorous female employees, who in return pretend that they're interested in them. It's not uncommon for these hostesses, particularly younger ones who are strapped for cash, to engage in what's known as papakatsu, a term which broadly translates into sugar daddy hunting. Since the men who visit kyabakuras tend to
Am I mute? No, I'm not. Nah, you know what? You know what happened, dude? I fucking hit my cord when I was doing the emote. I hit my cord. Now, I guess you guys can hear me. Everything's good, right? Okay. What I was gonna say is, you know what? Actually, hold on, man. I'm gonna go get something to drink. Okay, give me 1 second. Oh my.
to be lonely salarymen.
Yo, does anyone have a sugar daddy in here?
Can you shut the fuck up?
Does anyone have a sugar daddy in here? Chat's broke as fuck. No, I didn't ask. Does anyone have a sugar baby? I'm asking if anybody has a sugar daddy. Listen to Bob, please. Shut the fuck up, dude.
As papakatsu, a term which broadly translates into sugar daddy hunting. Since the men who visit kyabakuras tend to be lonely salarymen starved for affection, it's often the case that they form one-sided relationships with their favorite hostesses and shower them with money and gifts in exchange for cold comfort and plastic companionship. The sad fact, though, is that they can't always afford the expense financially, but also feel like they can't afford not to emotionally. But if Ida was such a successful live streamer, why did she have to work nights at a kyabakura and partake in papakatsu? Well, although she was one of the more recognizable faces on WhoWatch, the platform itself wasn't mainstream, and it's estimated that she was only earning 300 to 400,000 yen per month.
What is
approximately $2,000 to $3,000 US.
Okay. Yo, you know what's crazy, man? Is like, dude, I could easily live off of 2,000 a month. Crazy. You know, I used to live off of like 1,000, 1,200 a month back in the day. Now, granted, that was like 15 years ago, but no, I could. No, I really could. But no, it also depends on where you live. Yeah. Yeah. It depends on where you live. You know, when I used to live in Indiana, there was this apartment complex that I lived in, and it was actually an insane apartment. No, I rent. I don't own, man. I'm not ready to own a house. I'm not ready to. That's a commitment. I'm not ready to. The apartments I had, the apartment I lived in, it was a very nice neighborhood. They did like, this was back in the day when they did like background checks and like credit checks and shit. So you had to have like, you couldn't be a criminal and you had to have good credit to like move in there. So the apartments were also based on your income as well. My rent for a 2-bedroom townhome was only like $500. It was a 2-bedroom townhome, downstairs and upstairs. It was only $200, or sorry, it was only $500, and that was all utilities included. Yeah. It was called I can't remember the name of it. It's been so long. I haven't lived there in like over 10 years. Yeah. Yeah, it was a really good deal, but it was really hard to get in. The waiting list was like 3 years. It was fucking crazy. You guys ever try to get in somewhere like that, where the waiting list is like literally years and shit, man? It's fucking nuts.
Recent reports state that she was a single mother.
Yo, Sonia, Sony, thank you for the resub. Lucky number 7.
The time too. So it could be argued that she was just doing what she needed to in order to support her
Yeah, I'm just not ready
child.
to purchase a house yet.
But some people online have found evidence that she was also a big poker enthusiast, so it's plausible that she was blowing through it all gambling. Given that live poker rooms are illegal in Japan, she'd have also needed to spend large sums of money to visit overseas casinos. There isn't a lot of information about this case in English.
Wait, I didn't know that. Casinos are legal in Japan? Yeah, it's probably for the better.
But I've read Japanese reports that Airi was also a hosu gurui, a host fanatic. That she would save lots of the money she earned working as a hostess, only to, ironically, spend it all at male host clubs on her nights off, sometimes burning—
What the fuck? That's crazy! Okay.
Through hundreds of thousands of yen per visit on bottles of champagne. Whatever the case, it's clear the donation she was earning from her streams weren't sufficient to fuel the lifestyle she wanted. And so, she supplemented her income by befriending her clients. Clients like Kenichi Takano. Kenichi first met Airi back in 2021, when she was 18, and he was 39. Considering that he had no real career, and no family of his own, the self-professed hikikomori had long—
Dude, imagine being 39 and no fucking career. Imagine like having no job at like 39 and having nothing. I know somebody that's going to be like that.
Struggled with his sense of self-worth, and as such, the attention that Airi showed him at the hostess club was enough to make him smitten. Kenichi would regularly journey all the way from Oyama to meet his favorite hostess. Much like how Airi's most dedicated fans had built a parasocial relationship with her online, Kenichi had effectively done the same, only in the real world. Yet despite his genuinely strong feelings, Airi saw him as nothing more than a piggy bank, and she had him wrapped around her finger. During their text conversations, she'd drop hints such as, "I can't afford my rent this month.
Yeah.
My phone bill. My medical expenses. I've been vomiting blood recently. Could I borrow some money?"
Jesus.
They were all lies, of course, each more elaborate.
See, that's why, okay, this is why you never judge a book by its cover. Doesn't matter if they're 20, 21, 18. Like, you know, kids murder other people. You never judge a book by its cover. So people will go and they'll be like, oh, was she so young and innocent? No, she knows exactly what the fuck she's doing. She knows exactly what the fuck she's doing. Now, don't get me wrong. I don't feel sorry for this guy either. Okay? I don't feel sorry for this guy because he should know what he's getting into. Okay? But what I'm saying here is that if she's actively doing this, then she's also to blame.
Than the next. But Kenichi always gave in. When he started to question how she was spending the
Like, this is a know what you're getting into situation. Right? Like, this guy, he goes, he meets this young woman. She obviously doesn't give a fuck about him, but he should know that. And, you know, she should know that he's probably some old pervert that is going to spend a bunch of money for, like, you know, company and all this other shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, basically, don't judge a book by its cover. That's what I'm trying to say. Because on the outside, she probably looks like, I don't know, sweet and innocent or something, but she's also conning this guy. You know what I mean? She's also like doing this. But at the same time, he's also probably a piece of shit. So I'm not like on his side either. I'm just saying, like, I'm not really on either one of their sides, right? I'm just saying it's a situation where both people are trying to play the other person. You know what I'm saying?
1,000 yen he was sent in, of course, each more elaborate than the next. But Kenichi always gave in. When he started to question how she was spending the 100,000 yen he was sending her each month, she'd of course make excuses. And if he ever wavered about sending her more, she'd threaten to end her own existence.
Jesus.
Over the course of 2 years, Kenichi lent Irie more than 2.5 million yen, or approximately $17,000. But Kenichi wasn't rich. Like many Japanese people, he was simply lonely. And so, to keep bankrolling Irie, he took out loans from several lending companies.
Jesus, man.
Irie was well aware of the slippery slope Kenichi was going down to support her, and yet repeatedly pressured him to take out more and more loans, going so far as to help him research how to fake the paperwork, telling Kenichi how much he loved him.
What the fuck? Holy shit. Okay.
However, although Kenichi believed he was simply lending Irie the funds, she had absolutely no intention of paying him back, and considered the payments to be gifts.
Nah, okay. So like, he should have known, right? But he's being manipulated at the same time, you know? Dude, so the more that this goes, actually she's kind of a shittier person, but I don't know, man. But like the thing is that he's also very naive as well. Like, dude, okay, look, man, dude, if you meet somebody at one of these places, that's their job, right? She's obviously very good at her job. You know what I'm saying?
That's despite her promising to reimburse him in their text conversations.
Okay, that's actually fucked. If she told him she was going to give it back, but actually had no plans to.
And when the day finally came that Kenichi messaged Irie, saying that he needed the money back, she again made excuses. And when he became more persistent, she responded in the simplest way possible, by ghosting him.
Yeah.
Realizing that he'd been swindled, and unable to get a response, Kenichi sued Irie for repayment.
Holy fuck.
The young streamer didn't show up to their court date, and so, by default, the judge ruled in Kenichi's favor.
Yeah, good for him.
In December 2023.
Bro, I know someone that doesn't show up to court dates. I know somebody that does show up to court dates and lose, too. Conveniently, it's the same person.
Irie was ordered to pay back all of the money that Kenichi had lent her, along with 3% interest.
Now, speaking of court dates, bro, I heard June 4th is going to be a banger of a day. I heard July 24th is going to be a banger of a day. Dude, imagine you're 29, living at home, bro. You're like in the middle of a fucking court hearing, and you're fucking, you got to cover the mic real fast because your mom walks in, and then the person that dragged you to court for being a psychopath is like, that was your mom, wasn't it? And then you have to respond, yeah. And then he says, yeah, when you moving out of there? Oh, wait, never. Because you're going to be kicked out or in jail.
Every year that the amount went unpaid. But it quickly became obvious.
Man, I can't wait to get the transcript for that, dude. Holy shit.
That nobody, not even the court, was going to force Irie to pay up.
Yeah, that's the thing.
That the amount went unpaid. But it quickly became obvious that nobody, not even the court, was going to force Irie to pay up.
See, that's the thing. Over here in the States, you can be forced to pay. I know somebody that's forced to pay. He's forced to pay like over $20,000. You know what they call it over here? They call it an execution. I'm not even kidding. It's an actual legal document called an execution. And when you file an execution, the court orders you to pay. If you can't pay, what happens? There's no option to not pay. You have to. Like, if you have a job, you have to pay. The only way you cannot pay is if you don't have a job. If you have a job, they'll garnish your wages. They will take their money. Yeah, they will. Well, I'll get my money. But hey, you know what? If you want to be jobless for the next 19 years, yo, I'm fine with that. I'm fine with that, dude. You know? But see, now he's in the lock. No, he's in the lock. Path 1 gets a job. Has to pay the bald man. Ooh. Ooh. Path 2 doesn't get a job and becomes homeless and eats out of the trash can. You know, I'd prefer Path 2, honestly.
All the while, Kenichi, who was aware of Irie's live streams, watched as she went online and joked with her supporters about the lawsuit. Through watching the streams, Kenichi also learned that Irie had a wealthy fiancé whom she lived with in a high-rise apartment in downtown Tokyo. Meanwhile, he was drowning in debt, with creditors literally knocking on his door.
Holy shit.
He reached out to friends for help, messaging one of them. Why do I have to go through this? It's my fault for falling in love and being deceived. On March 7th, 2025, Kenichi sent Irie one final text message, asking her to at least pay him back 10,000 yen. But his message went unread. He'd been blocked. And so, fueled by both embarrassment and rage, Kenichi decided to get his revenge. On March 11th, Kenichi tuned in to one of Irie's live streams and saw that she was outside, walking the length of the
Holy
Yamanote line
fuck.
as part of a scheduled event. He caught a train from Oyama and, keeping an eye on her movements, tracked her down to the quiet neighborhood of Takada no Baba.
Oh, God.
At just before 10 a.m., while Irie streamed live to about 6,500 people, Kenichi struck. Viewers watched as Irie looked off camera and became visibly concerned. The live feed continued as Kenichi stabbed her more than 30 times in the face, neck, and stomach with a survival knife. The camera fell to the ground, and the screen went black.
Holy shit.
For almost 60 seconds, Irie cried for help while being kicked and pierced. And then, she fell silent. But what many thought was a setup was soon confirmed to be a chilling reality when Kenichi picked up her phone and stared at her viewers, his expression completely blank. As one of his friends would later put it was like the light in his eyes had gone out. He continued to aim the smartphone at his face as he coldly asked Irie, "Are you still alive?" The following shot of her bloody body confirmed that she wasn't. Officers arrived 5 minutes after the incident. At first, Kenichi seemed calm, like a good Samaritan standing over Irie, trying to help. But when they approached the 42-year-old, he calmly admitted to taking her life, citing their financial dispute as the motive, and later stating, "I thought that if I caused an incident, the world would know what Miss Sato had done to me." He's currently being evaluated to determine whether he's mentally fit to be held criminally responsible, as his lawyers are claiming he suffers from schizophrenia. As a side note, when news of the slaying broke, most assumed that it was the famous voice actress Ai Mogami who had been targeted, and her socials were flooded with condolences and RIPs.
Nah,
Both
she just
and
took her
agency
name.
were forced to assure her fans that she was indeed still alive. As previously mentioned, this incident has caused a massive stir in Japanese social media. From what I've seen, the majority of
I mean, look, man, obviously she was a fucking piece of shit, but she didn't deserve that, right? Like, I mean, obviously. But he was also an idiot too. But this is just a situation where you shouldn't be a piece of shit, and you should also be careful with the things that you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying, man? Like, if she should have known that he was like fucking crazy. You know what I mean? And I feel like that if she would have had someone else with her, or maybe she would have been with a group of people, the chances of this happening would go down significantly. You know, like basically what I'm trying to say, man, is if you're a streamer, you have to protect yourself, because there are crazy motherfuckers out there. Okay? There's crazy motherfuckers, man. Okay? So nothing she did warranted like being brutally fucking murdered. You know what I'm saying, man? And what I'm trying to say is that she was fully aware of the manipulation that she was doing. So she should have also took into consideration, okay, well, this guy's probably fucking nuts, and I should probably take precautions when I leave my house. You know what I'm saying, man? If she had paid, that would not have happened. I mean, maybe we don't know, right? Like, what if she paid? Okay, so let's say, what if she paid him back, and then he wanted more? Because he was already obsessed with her, right? I mean, obviously gave her what was it, $17,000 or something when he didn't have it. You know, they said he took out loans and shit. You know, okay, she obviously didn't deserve to die for what she did, but was she a good person? No. Just because she didn't deserve to die doesn't mean that she was a good person. Does that make sense? Right? That's how my brain interprets this, is that if she was going to be a shitty fucking human, then she should have prepared for consequences for being the shitty fucking human. You know what I mean? And the things that she did, she was doing crazy shit to a crazy person. Okay? She should have also known that he was crazy. The things that he do, she should have at least thought about, okay, because remember, this is her job, right? That was her job. She was a hostess or whatever. So she deals with people like this all the time. You know what I mean? Maybe not crazy to this extent, right? But I feel like that if she would have thought about it more and maybe took more precautions, always been traveling in a group, because if she would have been with a couple friends, the chances of him just strolling up to her and doing this completely unimpeded would have been significantly lower. You know what I mean? She was probably doing the same shit to more people. I mean, yeah, probably. But regardless, I mean, what she did was, in this case, I feel like what she did deserve jail time, not fucking execution. You know what I'm saying, man? She didn't deserve that, but what she did deserve was she should have paid that money back. She should have probably saw some jail time for fucking manipulating and, basically stealing money from this guy. You know what I mean? But my point here is that if you're a fucking content creator, you need to take precautions. I'm going to be real, man. When I go to events and shit, I'm never alone. I'm kind of a big guy, but I'm also a pussy, But I'll defend myself if necessary, If someone were to break in my house, I'm going to fucking shoot them. It's just, that is what it is. But I'm kind of a big guy, but that doesn't mean anything, because it doesn't matter how big you are. If you get fucking stabbed or shot, it doesn't matter. You know what I mean? So whenever I travel with people, or whenever I travel, man, it's usually with people. Like, I'm afraid of strangers, dude. I am. Well, maybe. Okay, afraid is the wrong. How do I want to word it? I'm cautious. I'm cautious of strangers. And I never underestimate someone. Never. Like, you know, I don't know. Maybe I'm paranoid. But I just think to myself, you know, what if, you know, like, oh, what if that cute anime cosplayer comes up to me and says, I love bald heads, and then just fucking shoots me in the face? Okay, no. I don't really think that. No, but I'm cautious about it, okay? I'm cautious. I'll put it that way.
Users sympathize with Kenichi. They argue that Irie manipulated and exploited a vulnerable man, and that her actions were bound to have consequences. Kenichi didn't resort to violence immediately.
Yeah.
He went through the courts. He asked for help. He reached out to her repeatedly.
I mean...
But the legal judgment in his favor was never enforced. And while Irie continued living comfortably and making light of the situation on her streams, Kenichi was drowning in debt and desperation. Those who sided
Man, this is a weird...
with him have expressed their anger both in the online world and offline, stomping on the memorial flowers that had been laid at the scene in Irie's memory. But understanding someone's pain shouldn't be the same thing as condoning their actions. Kenichi Takano
This
was
is a very, very weird
he
situation,
made conscious
man.
choices to pursue a relationship with someone half his age at a place infamous for plastic love, to lend her money he didn't have, to keep doing it even when the red flags were clear.
Yeah, the biggest thing is going to one of these places and thinking that you're actually going to find something real. You know? Plastic love is like, you know, you hire a prostitute and you pay her and you start having feelings for her because she's doing what you paid her to do. It's like, you know, it's like you're having feelings to a blow-up doll, basically. Oh, it's a song. Oh, okay. Yeah.
Irie wasn't innocent in all of this. That much is clear. But civil society is built on the idea that
like,
even
see,
when
I don't know. This might sound cold, but like, I don't... Like, okay, if she did all this, if she manipulated this person, was a vile person, like, I'm not happy she's dead, but I'm also not sad either. I'm kind of indifferent. I think that... Now, I don't think that she deserved this. She didn't deserve to die. She didn't do anything like to deserve to die. I mean, obviously. But, I mean, it's not like that extreme. But she did ruin another person's life. It's very weird. Like, it's... I'm really conflicted about this because on one hand, right, I feel sympathy for the guy, but I also think that the guy's a fucking idiot. But then on the other hand, I don't... Like, she didn't deserve to die, but I also don't feel sorry for her either, because the things that she did to this person, she basically ruined another person. Like, she ruined this guy's life, right? It's very weird. Like, I don't know who I sympathize more with. I almost feel like I sympathize with him more. And let me explain, because there came a point in time where he like kind of he gained post-nut clarity. You know what I mean? You know, where there came a point to where he was like, okay, I realize now what she's doing to me, and I just want my money back. Like, I want to like get out. You know what I mean? But she kept doing it. She kept doing it. I feel like at that point she should have realized, okay, you know what? I've already got thousands and thousands of dollars. I'm just going to cut this guy off or something, or like tell him I'm not paying him back, or, you know, there comes a point, and there comes like a breaking point. You know what I mean? This is very weird. And I don't know, maybe if I were to think about, like, I'm just giving you my initial opinion of it, right? Like I haven't really thought about it. So maybe if I think about it, my opinion will change. But it's very, very weird. I'm like pulled in different directions. You know what I mean? I don't know. It would be different if he was... It would... Okay, I feel like it would be different if he was vindictive. Okay, so let's say that he was vindictive and malicious, and let's say he beat her and other shit like that. Then it would be entirely different. You know what I mean? Because then it's like, good, you know, like, good for you. Fuck this guy over. He's an asshole. But he was... But he wasn't like that. You know what I mean? He was desperate, depression, that type of shit. He was the polar opposite on the other end of the spectrum. You know what I'm saying? No, that's what I'm saying is both were in the wrong, but there's no reason to kill. Yeah, no, exactly. I mean, I don't know. Very, very weird. Mix of emotions.
We're wronged. There are limits to how we can respond. Murder is not justice. It's irreversible.
Yeah, that's why.
And wrong.
That's why I said earlier that she deserved jail time. She definitely deserved jail time, in my opinion.
Sato lied, used people, and took advantage of a broken system. She should have faced consequences, maybe even served jail time.
Yeah, dude.
But she didn't deserve.
Dude, exactly.
To be butchered in the street, with her final moments preserved online forever. The legal system failed to hold her accountable, but Kenichi failed in a far more catastrophic way. He let his rage take over, and in doing so, he deprived her child of a mother, destroyed Airi's life, and ruined his own in the process.
I mean, I honestly think his life was already ruined beforehand. He reached a breaking point, and he thought to himself, I no longer care. Okay, to me, this person seemed like they took the necessary steps, like, in order, right? And then eventually they just reached a breaking point. But no, you're right, though. He ruined himself, though. Yeah. So he also was to play for that. You know what I mean? He also was to blame.
And while making these videos, is that flexibility is everything. Some days I'm working early.
Dude, Jesus, man. That was rough. Nah, man, the courts, dude, dude, court is always so stressful. For those of you that have ever been through any type of court or anything like that, dude, it really fucking weighs on you hard, man. It really does. It weighs on you hard. It can be really rough, man. You know? And unless you've been through it, you don't really know. You know what I'm saying? Give me 1 sec, man. I'm sorry, guys. I gotta use the bathroom. Okay. All right. Wait, is this an ad?
I'm catching up late at night. And honestly, being able to handle things on my own time makes all the difference. That's why I love using today's sponsor, Stamps.com.
Stamps, let's go, bro.
That lets me get all of my mailing and shipping done without wasting time in traffic or standing in line. With Stamps.com, you can handle everything, whether it's sending out certified mail, invoices, checks, or packages,
over 2 years.
Right from wherever you do business. All you need is a computer and a printer. They even send you a free digital scale to get you started.
Yo, awesome, man.
And that's because with Stamps.
Stamps.com, bro.
Contracts.
Lazy Masquerade.
Just go to Stamps.com/LazyMasquerade. Given the billions of videos uploaded to YouTube over the years, it's inevitable that some truly disturbing content has slipped through the cracks. Nightmares buried beneath algorithmic noise, seen by barely anyone. In fact, there's a whole subreddit dedicated to the idea, where users share their darkest findings. r/deep into YouTube. And while browsing through it, I came across this post by user Heart Was Here, who detailed how he had stumbled upon a particularly disturbing upload that had less than 3,000 views. Found this Russian video, evidently from the 90s, depicting two men stumbling upon snow-covered corpses in a truck bed while researching the abandoned settlement of Yultin, Russia. Never heard anything about this before. Titled 424242 and uploaded by a channel named Yultin way back in 2007, the clip had been lying dormant on the site, having gone almost unnoticed for 17 years. In all that time, only amassing 3,000... Oh, wait a minute. That's not right. The video has about 50,000 views now. For a moment, I was confused. Heart's Reddit post hadn't received all that much attention, so how had the view count jumped so much higher? Figuring that some other YouTuber had beaten me to the punch, I did a little searching and found that Umberville had already covered this about 3 months ago. So maybe this video isn't quite hidden horror anymore, but it's still one of YouTube's eeriest and most important time capsules. The video begins with a stark message in Russian.
The fuck is that?
Tragedy. Yultin. Editor. Alex. What follows is as silent as it is chilling. A man steps into the bed of a truck, puts on gloves, and lifts what looks like a blanket, revealing the frozen bodies of 3, maybe 4 people.
Oh.
No narration. No music. Just death, cold, and unanswered questions. At the end, another title card appears. This is how Yultin died. So, what happened here? Well, the intro and outro slates clue us into where this clip was filmed. A quick Google search tells us that Yultin was a Soviet mining town in Russia's far northeast, founded in 1937 by Gulag prisoners. It operated for decades, before being officially dissolved in 1995 due to economic unviability. It's no coincidence then that the timestamp on the video clip is dated 1995. Terrifyingly, just 4 months before this footage was filmed, the government shut off all of Yultin's utilities. Their water, their gas,
oh wow,
their
that's
heating.
crazy.
The town was completely cut off. All its inhabitants were subsequently told to relocate, and were given little in the way of assistance or compensation.
Well, maybe that there wasn't anything dark behind this, right? Like maybe these people just died in their homes because they didn't want to leave, and this is just like a truck taking all, like if the town is supposed to be evacuated, they're going to go in there and like search for bodies, right?
However,
I guess basically what I'm saying is, even though this footage, if these are real bodies or whatever, it's pretty fucking like creepy, right? But it might not have a creepy origin.
Everybody was able to escape Yultin before the extremely harsh winter months took hold.
Yeah, like
Without
maybe they
eating,
died in the...
Those who couldn't leave froze. Indeed, reading through the comments under the original video, the channel owner himself stated,
Oh, yeah. See, this is what I was talking about. Those are in fact dead corpses. According to the author of the video, these corpses were not murdered, but in fact just died of cold due to lack of electricity to power heating device. Yeah, see, this is what I was talking about. Yeah.
These are corpses that were found in the snow and in cold apartments in the village of Yultin, Chukotka. The heating had been turned off since the fall, and there was no electricity either. And these are people who didn't have time to leave there.
That's sad, though.
And the unfortunate reality is that these were probably only a handful of the people that the uploader found. Looking deeper into the channel, it becomes clear that the uploader was stationed in Yultin during its final days, and was documenting the settlement's response to their abandonment. That documentation includes 3 more videos of a town meeting between residents who had returned after the long winter, and a government official who had been sent to convince them to leave. In the footage, 2 women are heard saying, "We'll leave, But where will we live? We spent our whole lives here. Here I have a flat. There I'll be homeless. The official replies, matter-of-factly. But that's not my problem to solve. Can't you understand that?
Holy shit.
Finally, one last video on the channel opens with the words, "And this is how Eulton burned." It shows how the village was incinerated following its liquidation.
What?
How the residents who didn't want to leave were forced to.
Holy shit.
The video may not be buried anymore, but it still feels like a ghost.
Damn, that's
fragment
fucked
of a
up
forgotten
that they
place,
just didn't want to support that
captured in its
town
final
anymore or
moments
whatever.
before vanishing from the map. And that's what makes this upload.
I've never I've never thought about that actually before. Like, what happens when a town is just dead? Like, what happens when there's no money to be made in a town? I've never actually thought about that, but I guess they would have to like tell people to move out, because there would come a point in time when it is a huge cost and waste of like money and resources to supply a place with utilities that doesn't need it. You know what I mean? Yeah, Detroit. Is that how? Is that how? I've. It's kind of weird. I've never really thought about it. What happens to a town when it dies? I guess you would evacuate the people or tell the people they have to leave, and if they don't, you're gonna shut off the shit. And then when they still don't, I feel like burning the houses is a bit extreme, but maybe that's the only, maybe destruction of the property, if you're planning on, I guess, redoing the town, you would have to do that. Abandoned cities in China. And
the others on the channel. So powerful. Not just their imagery, but the fact they still exist at all. The channel now stands as a rare piece of documentation about an event most people have never heard of. This isn't just about a mining town in Russia. It's about how easy it is for people, and their suffering, to disappear when no one's watching. It's about the cold efficiency of systems that shrug at human lives. And it's about the strange, accidental role a site like YouTube can play in keeping those stories alive. Because not all of history can be found in textbooks. Some of it's hidden in forgotten uploads, sitting in digital silence, waiting for someone to press play.
Damn. Parasite, man.
The following is a post shared on r/confession, a place where anonymous Reddit users create threads detailing their darkest secrets. I've read through hundreds of these confessional posts.
You know about this one? Oh God, this one. I've never seen this.
For the years. But let me tell you, this one's a real doozy, and it's enough to make you.
Brother, if Lazy Masquerade says, let me tell you, this one's a doozy. Jesus Christ.
Question: what's going on in the heads of anyone who you come into contact with? I first heard about it over on the Vods channel. He covers similar content to me, and it's really worth checking out. And since so many of you keep asking, I know we sound similar, but no, we're not the same guy.
Hold on, no, I gotta hear it now. Hold on, wait, the Void TV. Is that what it is? The Void channel TV. Hold on, let me see. Oh, God. Okay. I just want to see how they sound, okay?
Did you know that every minute, over 500 hours of video content is uploaded to YouTube?
Okay, well, I mean, they kind of have a similar accent. It's just his voice is a lot higher. They have, like, a similar accent. But I don't think they sound
While much of it is entertaining and educational, there's a shadowy side to this vast platform.
Hold on, let me see another video. See another video. This is a mic. Yeah, no, it's definitely the microphone.
Welcome back, everyone. In our last episode,
Okay, this one sounds a lot better.
You'll remember our deep dive into the unsettling world of 4chan. But tonight, we're going to
Yeah, okay, this sounds a lot better. Okay. Now I'll follow this, man. If Lazy Masquerade recommend... Oh, dude! Bro, what is this reference? Okay, look, Internet Horrors and Mysteries, and then you click over it and it's Friends. Oh, God. And then at the very end, it's a factor. Okay. Whatever. Okay.
I'll now read through the confession in full. Though, if you're eating, I recommend pausing the video and coming back once you've finished. Because this isn't just gross. It's stomach churning.
Whoa. Hold on. Wait a minute. What did he say?
I first heard about it over on the Vods channel. He covers similar content to me, and is really worth checking out. And since so many of you keep asking, I know we sound similar, but no, we're not the same guy. I'll now read through the confession in full. Though, if you're eating, I recommend pausing the video and coming back once you've finished. Because this isn't just gross. It's stomach churning.
You telling me I need to put down my burger?
The deeply disturbed and the dangerously unhinged.
Okay.
My obsession hurts others around me. It's also my fixation, but it goes far deeper than that. I'll try to explain the obsession the best I can, by explaining how it started. Basically, when I was young, I caught pinworms. It was a strange feeling, and the itch was painful. My parents...
What are pinworms? How do people get pinworms? By an infected child not washing their hands after using the bathroom. If the child then touches playmates or toys, she may pass on the eggs. Pinworm eggs can also be transferred to the fingers from clothing or bedding and then spread around the home. Eggs may be inhaled from the air or deposited onto food or swallow. Untreated pinworm infections can lead to various complications, intense itching, skin infections from scratching, and potential spread to other areas like the vagina or urinary tract. More serious, though, complications can include epididymitis or urinary tract infections. Ugh, okay. All right. Okay.
Took me to the doctor, and I got medication to cure it. This event is what sparked my obsession. The thought that my body could be their whole world. Their lifeline. Almost like a planet of sorts. It was so interesting. After that, I began researching pinworms and other parasites, and I found out the human body already hosts parasites, such as demodex on their eyelashes. And I wanted to know how many a human body could endure without a chance of serious health issues.
What the fuck?
This curiosity has plagued my mind for years. I'm now 25, but I am very, very well versed in parasites, as I've been studying them for over 10 years. I also purposefully infect myself with non-lethal parasites, because it's part of this compulsion of mine. Some have worked better than others. Quite a few have given me serious diarrhea and fevers, while others have been much more bearable. I currently have pinworms and tapeworms, various non-pathogenic protozoa, and lice. I'm incredibly masochistic, so although it's uncomfortable, I do feel pleasurable.
What the fuck?
All these parasites mean I need to eat a lot more than the average person, and I still look thin. And to be quite honest, it means I can enjoy so much more food than most people. I also keep multiple cultures of bedbugs and leeches in containers, and allow them to feed on my blood sometimes, although those kinds are not really my passion, as they don't live permanently on the human body, but I think they're interesting nonetheless, and I find them pretty cute.
Fuck.
Now it's time for the confession. My obsession and fixation isn't just about infecting myself anymore.
Oh my god.
I also have the desire to infect others, and I have acted on those desires. Sometimes my parasites just pioneer to new lands on their own. My family have caught pinworms multiple times without my intention, and other times I purposely spread them. I have infected strangers, friends, and even my own family. I know it's bad, but I just can't stop. I think I have parasites in my brain that make me feel like I need to spread them. I know how crazy it is, but if you knew the feeling, you'd understand.
Dude,
maybe
this
it's
guy
just a
is
mental
fucking
illness,
insane.
or maybe
It
its
is
origin
a
is
mental
parasitic in
illness.
nature. I don't really know. All I know is that it feels good when I do these things. I feel an intense need to spread my children, and when I do,
Dude, that's like
I
some
feel
Nurgle
pleasure.
shit.
I must have spread thousands of my children over the years. I sometimes sprinkle tapeworm eggs into people's drinks when I'm out at clubs.
What the fuck?
I also caught pubic lice from a random woman I met at the same club. And in return, I'm pretty sure I gave her pinworms, so it was a trade. The woman was wasn't even attractive. I just wanted to gift her some pinworms. And instead, I basically won the jackpot. I then spread my lice to at least 4 other women. Sometimes I sprinkle worm eggs onto food in buffets whenever I visit them.
That is so
Yes,
fucking...
I understand you'd think it's gross and messed up. I am basically betraying my species for my children. It's hard. I do enjoy people, and I have wonderful friends and family. But I also love my parasites, and my desire is just too hard to control. I don't want to hurt anyone when I do these things, but a force beyond my understanding is driving me to do it. I think I could possibly have a parasite in my brain that's yet to be discovered. I'm sorry to all of the people I've caused discomfort to, but it's for a cause beyond human understanding. Although this can all be justified, I still feel guilt. I don't want to hurt anyone. I hope the people I spread my gifts to can be a little more open-minded and not kill my children, but learn to live with them like I have instead. I'm aware of how immoral this seems to most people. I assume you may see me in a negative light after reading this. But remember, I only want what's best for my children. And if you were truly in my shoes, I'm sure you would do the same. As nightmarish as that confession is, what's perhaps more disturbing is how matter-of-factly it's told. This isn't a cartoon villain twisting a moustache. This is someone operating in everyday life, hiding in plain sight. Someone who knows what they're doing is wrong, but's both unable and unwilling to stop. The idea that someone could casually sprinkle parasite eggs into food at buffets or drinks at clubs is terrifying, but not just because of the physical danger, but because of how invisible the threat is. You'd never know.
Yeah, you'd never know.
To this day, the identity of the original poster remains unknown. Reddit users have speculated, debated, and tried to piece together clues, but couldn't pinpoint his location. And obviously, no one's ever come forward. Whether this was an authentic admission, or an elaborate work of fiction, there are undoubtedly people who think like this out there. Communities of bug chasers who partake in so-called gift-giving. In a world where people wear metaphorical masks, this confession is a reminder that the darkest urges don't always stay locked inside. Sometimes they leak out into the real world.
Parasite, man. Ugh. That's so fucked up.
A huge thank you to my supporters here on YouTube and over on Patreon.
Jesus
especially my biggest supporters. George Lopez, Holly Lyons, Alana Pons, Asia Mina, Alicia 1996V, Azriel Warakai, Adelstein Tristison.
I mean, yeah, I'll clap for that.
Connor Lothan, Farewell Tattoos Jack Sefel, Gina Valera, Grace Archie, Hamish, John Stuart Muller, Misty Blue Longy, Peter Aldridge, TNS Mum, Terry Ford, and Geokai. Thank you guys so much for your continued support. Remember to hit that like button, and I'll see you all again very soon.
Dude, every video of Lazy Masquerade hits so fucking hard, man. Oh my god. FB Pong Sit. A jet time. Yo, waifu, is AP Pong awake? Ha ha. 11111. Let's have a palate cleanser.
Greetings, Sir Knight.
You got a great dick. Stand back, please.
What?
You got a great dick. Stand back, prisoner. We won't hesitate to kill you if you get in our way.
No sign of pursuit, sir. Stay put, prisoner.
Good. Let's go. We're not out of this yet.
You. I've seen you. Let me see your face. Gods give me strength.
Oh man. What the fuck? Is it still buggy like this? It's bug already. Is it?
Thanks for the tip. Now stand aside and let the guard do their work.
You'll never take me alive! That the best you can do?
Body's still warm. Looks like there's a killer about.
Dude, that's like some Among Us shit. That's like Among Us, dude. When you kill somebody and then you hit the alarm, looks like there's a killer among us.
What can I do for you? I heard that thieves broke into the Arcane University, the Imperial Legion compound, and the temple all on the same night. Wait a minute, let me do that one again. I heard that thieves broke into the...
What?
The Arcane University, the Imperial Legion compound, and the temple all on the same night.
Adriana hasn't let him win.
So, you think... Okay. Is everyone in agreement that it's better that they left all of this stupid shit in? Because I feel like it is. I feel like the game wouldn't have been the same without it. And I haven't even played the fucking
acting
game.
even stranger than usual, don't you think?
I agree.
Greetings,
he's always
apprentice.
writing in that little
They
notebook.
say that when you
Sometimes
murder
I think
someone,
he's watching me.
the Dark Brotherhood...
We can't talk here. Too public.
You have my ear, citizen.
Dude, this guy just dies of cringe, bro.
You have my ear, citizen. I follow the Emperor's orders, but that doesn't mean I trust you.
What?
Huh?
But nothing ever comes of
The attack of the servants of the bellow.
Bye.
Dude, this guy, the way this guy's walking is how speedrunners go up and down stairs in Resident Evil.
Bye.
Hey, it's my pleasure.
By the nine divines, assault! Assault! Your first priority now should be to find Martin and bring him back here.
Hey, friend, do you think you could help me out? I'm caught a bit short at the moment. Anything at all would be much appreciated. Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, no, 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 no. Nee, 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 nee. Nee, 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 nee. Nee, 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 nee,
Is that a bug?
nee, 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 nee.
Come with us. Come with us.
You may as well make yourself useful. Here, carry this torch and stick close. We're the
Maybe I
Emperor's
should play this
bodyguards.
game.
Our job is to get him out of situations like this.
Maybe I should play this
Although I
game, dude.
admit, things are not going according to plan.
Come with us.
Did you say, please?
Hello there. Ancient waste rides of the Nine are scattered through the wilderness.
Take the amulet. Give it to Joffrey. He alone knows where to find my last son. Find him and close shut the jaws of Oblivion.
Stranger, you chose a bad day to take up with the calls of the scepter.
The dragon fires! No.
Caps, go for the knees.
Take that!
Don't hold back.
Have you seen Armand Kristoff? Have you seen Armand Kristoff? Have you seen Armand Kristoff? Can you tell me where Armand Kristoff is hiding?
Die! Let's get this over with.
This is the part where you fall down and bleed to death. This is the part where you fall down and bleed to death.
Watch out!
I'm just warming up, you pathetic worm! You dare oppose the might of the What do you want? Can't you see I'm in the middle of an investigation? Imperial Legion!
Dude, maybe I should play this game, dude. What the fuck is going on?
Get out of my way before I have you slapped in irons.
How are you?
Fine, and you?
Great.
Milona Umbranox is better off without that irresponsible husband of hers. The most honorable thing he ever did was to disappear and leave her alone.
So I've heard.
What's the news from the other parts of Tamriel?
Nothing I'd like to talk about.
See you.
Good day.
Leveling, scaling, fucks up the game.
Yes.
Left. The necromancers retreated further away. We've got to follow me!
Stop right there, criminal scum! Nobody breaks the law on my watch!
Yeah, that was good. No, that was good, dude. That was good. Oh my god. FP Pong V. Well, guys, I don't know. I mean, I guess I'm done for today. He's not up, man. He's not up. I guess I'm done. I mean, I'm gonna be on tomorrow. I'll be on tomorrow. Yo, let's see it. Thank you for the resub. 22 months, almost 2 years. Here's your sub. I'm gonna fuck off now. Thank you for the resub. Bad encounter. With the 2 months. Welcome back, man. Gene and Naheb, thank you guys for the 9 months and the 15 months. Ramen Slayer with the 26 months. Thank you guys very much for all the subs today. I mean, if he wakes up, I'm down to play tonight. I just don't. I mean, I had that plan for today, guys. I mean, I'm going to be on tomorrow regardless. Tomorrow we're either going to do last minute Mondays or we'll either do last minute Mondays. Excuse me. Or what is it? I have a weapon coffer I can open too, actually.
Shut up, bitch!
Yeah. So I guess tomorrow, either last minute Mondays or I'll try to do BG3. I'll try to. I'm really sorry we couldn't play BG3 today, guys. Unca's asleep. Eat beat. Yeah, I might be done. I might be done. If that's okay. Are you guys gonna hate me? Jules, it's time. It's okay. It's okay. It's not like we wanted to watch you stream. It's okay. We'll be here tomorrow. Okay, well, okay. Why don't we try to play again tomorrow? I'll send Arthur's a message today, and I'll be like, hey, why don't we try to play tomorrow? And if we can't, then we'll do Racked and Final Fantasy XIV. And then we might be able to play tonight if he wakes up. Like, I'm down to play for a little bit with him. Yeah. Is that okay, guys? Cute chat. I don't believe we can be partners anymore. No, don't say that. That emote's too cute. The emote's too cute. Only wholesome thing from that emote. And that's my partner. Okay. Alright, well, alright guys. I think I'm just gonna call it here, okay? I had planned for a longer stream today actually, but it was BG3. So the plan is tomorrow, I will be on tomorrow, okay? I will be on tomorrow, it will be normal time, and, yeah, we're either going to play BG3 or we're going to play Final Fantasy. Yeah. Okay, alright guys, well, I'm sorry we didn't get to play BG3 today, man. Arthur's had a rough week, so I'm not even mad or anything, man. Okay. I will see you guys tomorrow, though. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. Today, while it was a short stream, it was a very fun stream. Okay, so I will see you guys tomorrow, normal time tomorrow for sure, and it'll be a normal stream. And if we play BG3, it'll probably be a longer stream. So I'll see you guys tomorrow. So wherever you are in the world, have a good day, have a great rest of the weekend, and I will see you tomorrow, normal time. Peace.
Is he insane? He forgot the kisses, drummer! Aren't you forgetting something, drummer? The kisses are critical!
And that's it. Thank you. Thank you, drummer. FB Pong Sit. A chat time. I love you guys. See you later, alligator. Do not. He copied. Alright, I love you guys. I'm gonna host Spoods. She's playing Expedition 33. I'm gonna host Spoods. I will see you guys tomorrow. I must see you guys tomorrow. Normal time, BG3. Or we're acting 14. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace. Say the line, T. I'll see you guys tomorrow, but until then, you can fuck off. So stupid, dude. I didn't mean it. I was just kidding. Okay, rating, let's go.